Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. I never made any content on this game for some reason, especially since I mostly make Smash content. And I also like Nickelodeon. So that being said, let's speculate over who I think is left to be announced for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Since, there is some hype around it still because of, the two recent characters that were announced. And there are a few characters I want to talk about. But before we do that, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, and leave a comment, or I'll pour slime on you. Now, I'm going to get the obvious ones out of the way, as they are all but confirmed at this point, because of the box art. I'm of course talking about Avatar Aang, Avatar Korra, Ren, and Stimpy. Who I'm not sure if Ren and Stimpy will be one character or two characters, like the Ice Climbers, but regardless, even if they weren't leaked on the box art, Ren and Stimpy should be a given if you have Powdered Toast Man in there. Similarly, Avatar is one of Nickelodeon's biggest franchises, so I feel like you need to have Avatar Aang and Korra, which is awesome because Aang is probably my most wanted character for this game. Personally, I would also love to see, in an addition to Aang and Korra, maybe a character that can't bend all the elements like Zuko, Katara, or Toph, or even a non-bender like Sokka would be cool, but I'm not going to stretch this one out. We're getting Aang and I'm happy with that. These next few characters though aren't all but confirmed at this point, but I still feel it's a matter of when for most of them. Let's talk about SpongeBob characters. We already got 3 characters. SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy are all in the game, and I don't think they should be overrepresented, so I'm going to predict one more character, and that I feel has to be Squidward. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised they revealed Sandy and not Squidward. I don't know how he would fight, but I can predict it being pretty funny, and Squidward just makes sense. I thought about Mr. Krabs, and if there was another character after Squidward, I would pick Mr. Krabs. But Squidward is just iconic, and I feel it's a matter of when he's getting revealed. Similar to Squidward, if you got 2 of the Ninja Turtles, and even April O'Neil, you gotta have all 4. Now, I understand why they didn't announce all 4 turtles in the game's reveal, as revealing 4 TMNT characters would be a bit much, and April being in the game kind of made me a little iffy, as if we get Squidward and then Donatello and Raphael, there would be more TMNT characters than SpongeBob characters, which doesn't seem right. But what else doesn't seem right is having Leonardo and Michelangelo and not Donatello and Raphael. I get Leo, but if you have any of the other turtles in addition to Leo, I feel like you gotta have the other 2 as well. These next few characters are characters that haven't been leaked at all, or are not as obvious as Squidward, Donatello, or Raphael, but I still think they should be in. The first one is Timmy Turner. I'm actually kind of shocked Timmy Turner hasn't already been revealed, and I'll be shocked if he's not in it at all. Fairly Odd Parents was a very long-running Nickelodeon series, running for 10 seasons, over the span of about 16 years, and Timmy himself is iconic, as he's one of the characters I think of when I think of Nickelodeon. I honestly think Timmy Turner is a no-brainer, and again, I'll be shocked if he's not in. Similar to Timmy Turner, I think Jimmy Neutron is another no-brainer. No pun intended. While not as long-running as Fairly Odd Parents, as it only ran for 3 seasons, Jimmy Neutron is still pretty iconic, and I think he'd be an interesting character to play. I get the meme is that Hugh Neutron needs to be in the game, and I'm all for it, but in all seriousness, they're not gonna add Hugh Neutron and not Jimmy Neutron. But still, if you put Jimmy Neutron in there, you gotta put in Hugh Neutron, baby! Last but not least is Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. Now, Rocco isn't as much of a no-brainer as the other characters I've named, nor is he really even as iconic as a lot of the other characters, as nobody even talks about this show, but it's more of a personal want for me, and I still think he's very likely, as Rocco's Modern Life is one of Nickelodeon's first shows, so it would make complete sense to have him in. Plus, I'm sure if you get characters from Rugrats, Hey Arnold, The Wild Thornberrys, Ah Real Monsters, and Ren and Stimpy, I think you can slip in Rocco's Modern Life as well. That's all my predictions for now, but I want to touch on Jennifer Wakeman from My Life as a Teenage Robot, as I'm actually kind of shocked to find out how many people want this character in the game. I have never seen the show, and it probably is very likely that we'll see Jennifer Wakeman, or at least maybe more likely than like Rocco. But I think all the other characters I've listed are still probably more likely. But if there's DLC, definitely include Jennifer Wakeman, and of course Neutron, baby! So that's sort of who I think is left for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Again, honorable mentions. I kind of mentioned Mr. Krabs as an honorable mention. Po from Kung Fu Panda, he had a Nickelodeon show, so maybe he could work. Maybe you can slip him in there. And of course, Jennifer Wakeman and Neutron, baby. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not think some of the characters I listed are gonna be in? Or do you think I left out some characters? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, be sure to subscribe, or I'll pour slime on you. Bye, guys.